Let's put this plasma mine down. Plasma pulse. I always call it the wrong thing. Nice. Ooh. Some rewards as well. Hello, hello. I'm CammyG, and welcome back to our Fortnite Save the World videos. So we are in the Scurvy Shoals ventures once again, and we are in the 34 quests. So there's no mission related one. The next one is in 46. So we've just got eliminate Sploder Huskies Lobbers. We've got destroy barrels, which we already did loads in the last video by accident, and then on purpose as well. We have to eliminate with traps, which, you know, we're built for that, and then collect blue glow. So we're going to go into a repair the shelter. As far as what build to use, I think we can go with Cyberclops for... actually, you know what? We will go with... I think we have on this one... No, it's not this one. On this one, we have Flutter with the Wisp Light and just a really good defense build, basically. Defense, if you're American or not American, I don't know. So we'll run that, and we'll basically just cover the entire objective with it. And we will place some traps, probably over spawn. That's the way I like to get it done in this. We need to collect blue glow as well. Now, we don't need to get it all in this video, of course. And hopefully, in our defense, we will come across some lobbers and sploders. They are just in generally all defense missions. You can get lobbers as well, roaming around the map, you know, in encampments and sort of patrols, and just sleeping in certain places you can do as well. So they're a bit easy to find. The 100 is still a lot, so that's something to bear in mind. You're probably not going to be able to get it done in one mission. Ooh, the thing is right in the corner. Is that good for us or bad for us? I don't know. Now we have Ice Storm, so we don't want to build out of brick, because that's going to take more damage. But at the same time, we don't have a lot of metal, so do we build it out of wood, maybe? I don't know. Honestly, I think we'd be alright building out of wood. I don't think we'd struggle or anything. Let's just get the most out of these wisps, I reckon. Do bits with them before they despawn. I think, do they last less time when she's a support? I can't remember what the difference is. Or is it the same but just less damage? I'm not sure. Let's get rid of these guys real quick. And get our rewards. Now this is going to give us plenty of wood. Maybe that's a sign to build out of wood. Don't know. Honestly, I think it would be fine. I'm just going to build out of wood. Probably don't recommend to do this in general. So probably don't lead by example here. And don't follow my lead. Don't know what I'm trying to say. Because you should be making it out of more strong material. Someone's found a storm chest while we're here building the objective. And are they activating it? Yes, they are, on their own, with no one about. Lovely stuff. Just classic. You know, we could use those weapons now that we're in a higher area. So, thanks, Guy, for just starting it without telling anyone. That's really nice. Classic. Nobody tells anyone anything anymore. Ah, dear. Let's go ahead and pop this down. Nice. And see if we can damage. So we didn't get that many wisps, so it's not going to do too much, but you know, every little helps. Where's the other? There he is. Lovely stuff. Get some of this material. Oh yeah, they accepted the... Ooh, we've got some barrels over there as well, however it is. Sort of middle right of the map. I need to try and remember where that is. We also need to collect some C-bots real quick. So if you don't do this mission that often, or are just generally new to the game, or what have you, there is a timer that starts soon, after she stops talking. And if you can collect the modules before then, you can actually do the whole mission without getting an extra defense. So as you can see, it started now at 7 minutes. And we did it just before, but we need to not ever have less C-bots than needed. If that does that even make sense? I don't think so. We need to just basically collect them quickly. I'm just going to place this down to get... And there's our barrels. There's all of the barrels done. Now, it's a bit harder to find this... Ooh, there's one there, actually. It's harder to see the C-bots on this map because they do blend in with sort of the sand colour sometimes. And on top of that, oh, there's one up there actually. Don't know if you can see it. On top of that, the map is just very not flat and uniform. It's a very weird shape. You know, you can see from the map, it's a very weird shape. There's one there actually as well. I think we got quite lucky here. So honestly, they're a lot easier to find usually. Or a lot harder to find this, I should say. It depends how lucky you get, but generally I like to cover the edge of the map. The only reason I came in here was to try and get some more barrels. Now I can get some blue glow to work on that, but I don't want to collect too much. I do want to get back and place some traps. Guess we're going to want to get that trap damage. Now the bad thing about repair the shelter, well, the good thing is it's a short defense, so it's 4 minutes. There's a chest here as well. So that's really awesome, because 4 minutes is barely anything to defend. It's so easy. But you can't see where the spawn's going to be until it starts, or at least until it's about to start. So until that last sort of module you collect starts installing, you won't know where the spawn is. So, unless you just build in general, you know, which is probably what we're going to have to do. It is nice because it's in the sort of corner of an area, so we can kind of limit a few directions they have to come from. And sort of guess, you know, where they might come from. Wow, what is going on with that? Have you seen this? Was there a ship here or something? Very weird spawn. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the base here. The reason being is we're not going to have much defences sort of at that corner. So this will cover the whole base, and then also we can just sort of cover. Get rid of her. Cover this area. Now we're probably going to get, as I say, quite a wide spawn, an area where they come from. So I'm thinking if we just build up here and sort of get a ceiling cover over here. Now if I can craft some of the, what power level are we in? We could probably get away with this. I'm going to craft like 20. Like, that's a lot, I know, but don't worry about it. What we'll do is we'll just sort of cover an area with these. So 3 here will damage a fair amount, I think. And I just want to make sure this is connected somewhere other than, you know, there. Just paranoid a bit, that's all. If we extend this out sort of this way a bit. Now, you can see there is a spawn here, but this is, if we didn't install the C-bots when that timer goes down, that's where they would spawn for a wave where you have to kill like 50 enemies or something, 20, I can't remember how many. But that would be what would happen. But because... Oh, no, don't blow up my stuff. It don't be repair this stuff. But because we started the installation immediately and found all the C-bots really quickly, we're in a good situation. Just going to upgrade this stuff. You probably don't need to upgrade all this stuff if you were doing this. I'm just a bit paranoid now. But yeah, we've covered most directions. And yeah, you'll see what I mean anyway when the timer gets to 0. You'll see the spawns go away. And then, I don't know if you then see the spawns there and then, or if it takes a bit longer. I can't remember. This is our little... Just get rid of that. That little plank, walk the plank to get to the blue glow. So this is, of course, going to affect a decent area. Put one there. And generally what we'll try to do is just damage the enemies a little bit. So if you haven't seen our videos before, when it comes to something like eliminate enemies with traps, with ranged weapons, with pistols, whatever it might be, all you have to do is damage them a little bit with them. And then if they die from... you know, a teddy you've put down, or a different teammate even, or, you know, whatever it may be, as long as they die and you've damaged them, it will count towards that quest. So that's what we're going for. Just tickling them a little bit with the damage. Of course, we can do a bit more if we want. So by that, I mean, like, we could do some wall darts. If I get... It's not like... It's buggy, the whole try to craft more than... If you can't craft the top version of it, it just doesn't let you. Like, I can't move the slider. I can do full or minimum, but I obviously don't want to craft 77 of them and use all my materials. So I have to just do this. Oh, the joys of playing a game like this, which is buggy. So if we do that, and then we can do the same thing up here. This will sort of cover this area. That will cover that area. And yeah, now we just need to wait and see. As you can see, our base is covering a huge area, and this is going to increase trap damage as well. What I might actually do is move it to, like, up here. Because this will still cover most of the objective. We look here, it goes almost all the way down at the back, and then at the front, it's covering the bottom still. Oops, fell down. But it is now covering all of these traps, which will do more damage. Because of our team perk, which I can show there, supercharged traps, so the damage is increased of traps covered by base for every constructor, so it's a good increase in damage. Okay, my headset just decided to disconnect there. As you can see, now that it's installed in the last one, the timer went away. The spawn actually, coincidentally, is the same place, but the purple tentacles are in slightly different places. It can, obviously, just remain the same place, which looks quite similar to what it was before now. But it can also just be completely different, so just bear that in mind. I am typically just going to let our traps do the job here. Now, we don't have any at the objective, so I'll just do that manually here. And we could probably just, like, put one here, and that'll take care of most of them, I reckon. Like that. I don't think he dies from it yet. He's not quite dying from it, but that's fine. The other guy has put a trap there, which will do nice stuff. Let's put this plasma mine down. Plasma pulse. I always call it the wrong thing. Nice. Ooh. Some rewards as well. She is being a bit annoying, so we'll just finish her off. We're getting plenty of trap eliminations, as you can see. It is tallying its way up, which is nice to see. And we could even put a turret down. The reason I'm not, though, is because I want the enemies to make it into the trap area. This person has put more traps over the spawn than we have, which I'm not a fan of. I want the eliminations for myself, or at least to count for us as well as them, maybe. So hopefully we get to the 100 mark. I mean, it doesn't matter if not. I'm going to be doing plenty of other missions in this sort of area. You know, power level range before the next one. So even if we don't get the 100 this video, we will be getting it. The main thing I probably should be focusing on is killing lobbers. Let's actually just throw the turret down. That'll finish them off. Because, yeah, 100 lobbers is a lot. Now, as I say, the advice for that from me would be to just do defense missions. So, just any, you know, cat, retrieve the data, evacuate the shelter, repair the shelter, just any general defense mission will be fine. And, you know, you might not get any lobbers or sploders, but it is more reliable than doing something like, I don't know, encampments, or obviously like a supply run is not going to give you the enemies you need. Rarely. I mean, you'll get some sort of just vibing around the map, but not to the extent for you to complete the quest. So that's why I suggest just doing a defense mission. I haven't really seen a certain defense mission that spawns them more. The only thing I'd say is with this repair the shelter, the spawn is going to stay here, and the wave type is probably going to stay quite static. Whereas with something like retrieve the data, let me just get rid of these guys real quick. Oh, we fell down. Let me get back up. With something like, yeah, retrieve the data or Atlas, for example, it's an 8-minute defense and you get 4 different directions. And each time it changes direction, the sort of enemy types can change. And so you're kind of also more likely to lose them. So if you get them as in the first wave, then you might lose them in the second wave and not have them anymore. But at the same time, if the first wave was just regular husks and huskies, then you're more likely in the second wave for it to then spawn some lobbers and sploders. So if you feel like you've noticed in a certain type of mission more than others them spawning, then obviously feel free to try them. But I'll be covering this in a video at some point anyway, so don't worry about that. But yeah, that's our mission done. We've done quite a big dent to the challenges, I think. We've done the barrels. Have we finished the trap? I don't know. We got plenty of damage for the team anyway there. I do love a constructor build. And then, yeah, we just need to do plenty more missions outside of this video. I'll do them between this and the next one to get rid of the rest of the sploders and lobbers who finish the challenge. Because, yeah, it's a lot. And it's not really designed to be doing one mission. So that's fine. We weren't expecting it to be done in one mission. So that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, let's see how much rewards we get. We might be able to actually level up in ventures from this, because if you do a few of those venture challenge quests, you do get a lot of venture XP for them. They do stack up. We've got quite a lot of envelopes there to get. So we might be able to level up and then access some new missions. Although I will be staying away from doing 46 missions because I don't want to accidentally start some of those quests. I do want to keep them. Let's see what's going on here. So we haven't actually leveled up yet. Jeez, we're probably close. Yeah, we're quite close there. You can see at the top. And then for the actual challenge, how far have we got? So, yeah, we actually got one sploder somewhere. I don't know where that happened. And then we've got... we did the destroy the barrels. So I'll just tag the ones we need to do still. We've done the trap damage, trap kills. That's awesome. And then blue glow, we got to 17 out of 20, which is pretty crazy. That does count for teammates picking them up as well, though, so just bear that in mind, that I did pick up 17 myself. So yeah, I'll just do the rest of those outside of the videos, and then next time we will get to the next zone, the 46 zone, down here, I think. And so yeah, if you want to see that video and you haven't already, please do subscribe. I'd love to know your thoughts on the videos around venture quests and stuff as well, so please do let me know any thoughts in the comments. But thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in one of the future videos. So cheers, and see you later.